Well, I find it's very important in the sector that I work in to make sure that my courses are industry relevant. For two reasons. The major reason is by working in the VET sector, the vocational education and training sector, it's constantly under political and social change. So it's really important to keep abreast of changes. And the only way we can do that is to make sure that we involve as many industries as we possibly can and be participating in community engagement in a number of events. So from the perspective of the secondary education program as well, once again, highly political, trade training centres, all the political agenda that's being rolled out at the moment, all of that stuff is really affecting the secondary and the VET sectors, probably more than most other sectors in education at this point in time. Every year we have what's referred to as we started out as a VET reference group when I was in charge of the VET programs, and then when I moved into working with the secondary programs as well, we expanded it to refer it to the secondary reference group. Every year in September we meet for a 2-day workshop. We invite industry and education representatives along. We feed them, we bring them in the afternoon, we have work right through till dinner, then we do right through until 9 o'clock at night, and then we go through the next day and then let them go back home by the next afternoon. As part of that reference group, we have industry reps, we have TAFE reps, we have education school reps, etc., and a whole range of employer reps that come along as well, whether it's from Catholic sector, whether it's from private training companies, etc. All of them all come together, and as part of that, we roll through the agenda about, we look at the program we're currently running, we think what are the issues that they've heard or things that they feel might need adjusting or changing, what are the things that are coming our way from the industry sector and the changes that are happening in education at this point in time, and how do we make sure that we meet those needs within our program. We analyse it course by course, and we look at the balance between discipline studies and how that works out, etc. And of course the practicum arrangements and how they're pertaining to the school and the VET sectors. The major problem we're having at the moment is basically placing students. It's very difficult because of we've got a lot of new teachers out there in both sectors, a lot of inexperienced teachers, and of course they're not feeling comfortable about taking teachers as supervisors in that particular environment. So they're the sort of issues that we roll through, and we think, how can we work closely together to make sure that those placement arrangements are stronger and they're firmly cemented, and how can the students get the best opportunities out of that. One of the latest things that's happened is we've worked closely with Glenmore to form a Glenmore precinct, an educational precinct, and that includes the primary, the School of Distance Education and the secondary schooling, as well as the university, and looking at pathways for students to actually move from school into TAFE and into university or straight to university, and on all different avenues associated with that. So that's been working particularly well. It's also working well in the fact that we give all of our secondary students an opportunity to learn how to teach reading, because secondary teachers were never taught how to teach reading, and this is really making a difference in our graduates, because they're the only graduates that actually participate in a teaching reading program, so they can actually work with students one-on-one to improve their reading age. And literacy and numeracy issues are really big at the moment. We've tried to expand that into the TAFE sector as well. We're working, trying to closely with them to make sure that happens. We also, in our program committee, every year all of the lecturers from the secondary VET programs meet. We've recently just had our meeting because we had an audit from the Queensland College of Teachers, so we had one late last year, and then we've met again recently to go through our audit process. And that means that every year we try and meet for a day workshop, if we possibly can, face to face, so that we can actually look at the program, see what the issues are, because we have 6 campuses we have to manage, and the issues are sometimes quite different from Noosa to Mackay or Rockhampton, to try and identify what are the core themes we can work together on and what are the individual issues that are pertinent to that particular campus, which need to be recognised so that we still retain the flavour of the program without losing the essence, but maintaining some sort of flavour within that particular region, because I think that's important. You just can't make a one-size-fits-all. The courses are the same, but you have to manage and work within the regions which you're currently engaged in, where that campus is actually based. So from those perspectives, if we're looking at our VET reference, our secondary VET reference group, our community engagement workshops that we actually participate in with industry and schools, and also making sure that our program committee meets at least yearly to go through the programs that fall under that particular head of programs role. Without those things, you really can't keep your program relevant and up to date.